Hello, I'm Lyle Freed, the founder and CEO of the Shores Treatment and Recovery in Port St. Lucie, Florida. I wanted to talk today about planning for life after rehab. What happens once your loved one has finished their treatment phase? Treatment is just the beginning. The recovery is what happens afterwards. So having a good plan in place is crucial. And quite frankly, that plan should start upon admission or even before. Planning what to do once out, when you're out, it's too late. So most places that serve clients with addictions or alcoholism will begin discussing with them upon entry what they want to accomplish afterwards. Where are they going to go? What are the supports that are available and aren't available? So you as a loved one need to be thinking along these lines and preferably communicating with the treatment team on these issues as well. Understanding that there's a lot of transitional issues that'll happen. There's a whole change of life. They've changed the way they're looking at themselves and the world around them. They've lived a life that wasn't successful, but now they've got to learn a whole new life. You can be a very good part of that process, or quite frankly, you can be an obstacle. Part of the way to be more help is to be involved in their treatment process. Be involved with the recovery. Get some counseling for you to understand when you're helping and when you're not. What is helping, what is enabling, what is codependency, and what is a healthy boundaries. Having those understandings and learning new communication styles. Learning what your loved one has gone through and some of the language they're learning. So going to Al-Anon, and it will help you understand the language of the 12 steps that they're learning, most likely where they're going to treatment. Learning about some of the physical manifestations. So when you see them experiencing physical changes, you know whether it's normal or not. You can realize that you've had some damage. Addiction is a family disease. I liken it to smoking. So if I'm riding in a car with somebody who's smoking a cigarette, I didn't choose to light that cigarette, but some of that smoke is still getting on my clothes, in my lungs, and I'm being affected by it. Simply by being around somebody who's experiencing addiction, you're being affected by that, and you need to get some help as well. You need to get healing while they're getting healing. The next thing is to be supportive. And being supportive doesn't mean being a stalker. It doesn't mean managing every minute of their life. It means helping them do life and do it successfully. You can't do it for them, but you can be there alongside them. Third thing I would say is to understand that they're not going to be perfect. Simply because they went to 30, 60, 90, even a year of treatment doesn't mean that they have all of life figured out and that they don't still have issues they're dealing with. It means they're much further down that road and they have a chance now, but don't expect perfection from them. Be sensitive to the changes that they're experiencing. They've been in a fairly controlled environment with a high amount of accountability, which hopefully has been slowly given them more and more responsibility so that they're not just living in a bubble and popped. But let's just understand that coming back home is a big change for them. It could be a big stressor and it can create problems for them, so be sensitive to that while they get their bearings in that what is now new to them. Realize that everyone's different. Don't expect them to think, feel, and react the way you would to a situation simply because they've had some therapy. Understand also that therapy should continue. It doesn't matter if they're on a medication to help them, whether it be a medication-assisted therapy or psychotropics to help them with mental health issues. There's still life challenges out there for them, and they need to continue to learn how to deal with them well. I would say also to have self-care for yourself. If you spend all your time worrying about them and you're not taking care of you, you're not role modeling for them what they need to see. And then last is a willingness to continue to walk forward with them, to understand that they're not going to be done yet, so you're not done yet. We all want our loved ones to be well and move forward, but it's an ongoing, ever-evolving process.